Hi, welcome to The Truth with Tal and Isaac. I'm Tal.
I'm Isaac.
Episode number 91 coming at you tonight. It's a big number. We're going to talk about championship weekend. We're going to talk about the divisional championships and the eagerly anticipated chocolate bar draft.
Yes, divisional championships isn't a thing, but yeah, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, best 91 of all time, Sergei Fedorov. When he was on fire, he was magical to watch. He really was good.
Okay, I wish I watched hockey.
No, the Wings were fun back then. They really were.
I know, I wasn't around.
Yeah, now they suck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off the tops, go ahead.
Off the tops, shout out to Deo and Team Tom for joining us for a good portion of the football games this past weekend. Not as epic as last weekend, but still pretty enjoyable.
Good job, football. Football was great. That's not, I don't know why that's an off the top, because that's what we're talking about for like 30 minutes.
No, it's to Deo and Tom.
Okay.
Respect to those boys.
Okay, they're my friends.
Okay. Dwayne Casey, I got to give Youngblood some credit. He's been saying hack at Dwayne Casey for a long time. It's time to go.
No, I haven't. Ever since I met him, I've been a big Dwayne Casey supporter, and I will continue
Still?
to be. Yes.
Really?
The Pistons are going to win 20 games regardless. I don't care who their coach is, with all due respect.
I think you keep him this year.
Yeah.
When do you think he's gone?
Probably at the end of the, probably in the offseason.
Okay, good.
I just wrote down Go Pistons because I applied for some Pistons internships. So, good job, Pistons.
Good job, Pistons.
Good job, Pistons.
Are you legally allowed to work in the United States?
I don't think so, but we'll figure that out if and when we get there. More off the tops.
Okay, more off the tops.
Yeah.
Earmuffs, do you need to use them?
You have to give context because no one understands.
So what happens is Back to School is the movie.
No, it's old school.
Old school.
Back to School
old
is
school.
what Billy Madison says in Billy Madison.
Okay, got it. Old school, what happens is when they're swearing in front of their kids, they just put, say, earmuffs, and the kids got to cover their ears, and then you get to swear and all sorts of stuff. Will Ferrell kind of abuses it.
Well, Vince Vaughn is his kid. It's just one kid. It's Vince Vaughn's kid. And he introduces the concept of earmuffs, and Will Ferrell likes that concept. And sometimes we have to do earmuffs here because Tal doesn't understand what you can and cannot say.
Sometimes I get a little excited.
Okay, that's not an excuse.
It happens.
Okay, do you have anything else?
I do. So NBA trades are starting to happen. Rui Hachimura got traded to some team out west. Kind of interesting, but NBA trade rumors are always cool. I hope the Pistons get some juice. Teams that need to make a move like Clippers, Warriors, Suns, you need to do something because they're kind of like just stagnant. They're just like if you're an 8 seed and you want to compete, you got to do something.
Okay, trade deadline is not something that I should even... Because I'm going to want to talk about the trade deadline for 20 minutes. Okay. So I can't... Other than the Rui trade is so funny. I think it's hilarious. Lakers fans think Rui is awesome. I've not been a Rui guy
No,
ever.
you've always hated Rui.
So, with all due respect...
Actually, I wanted to hear your take on Rui. Nope, nobody cares.
He's a 12-point-per-game guy who can't rebound, and he can't defend, and he can't shoot, and he can't pass.
Oh, he'll get some solid 14 points, 1 rebound, 0 assist stat lines.
14 on a good day.
Yep.
Lakers fans think this guy and the new look Lakers, and it's the same roster and Rui, and it's hilarious. Washington fans are probably happy because not that Kendrick Nunn is much better, but whatever. It's really funny how Lakers fans have reacted to this, and I don't know if the Lakers are gonna do more, but this is just so funny to me. I think this is awesome. The new look Lakers with 12 points per game, a guy who can't shoot or can't defend. This is just what LeBron wants: a wing who can't shoot and can't defend because he loves playing with those guys.
Yep.
Rui Hachimura. Great work, Lakers front office. So funny.
It's funny. So the whole load management, it's kind of coming into play a little bit more in the last few days. Shout out to Jimmy Butler because somebody went to Miami to watch the Miami Heat. Little kid signed, hey, I traveled so many miles. Then they've got a video clip of a staff member going up and telling this kid that Jimmy's not playing. And then later on, Jimmy being the good guy that he is, goes up, signs autographs for the kid, talks to him for a while. Awesome.
Okay, no, that's wrong. Respectfully.
I think that's right.
No, because I was heavily in the loop because I saw this devastated kid. I'm like, that's me. That would have been me. So Jimmy was...
That's 19 and it's still you.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't be because I'm here and that's in Miami. That's why I wasn't.
True.
So Jimmy wasn't at the stadium. He wasn't there. Somehow, Jimmy received word of this, and Jimmy sent the kid... a bunch of jerseys and a bunch of signed stuff. And the kid got on the court at the end of the game, talked to Gabe Vincent and all that. Cool. And then that was kind of the end of the story. And then it was like, I was looking at some Twitter stuff and I was like, Jimmy Butler, sounds like there's some contact information exchange with Jimmy and the kid. Today, Jimmy brought the family into the arena, locker room tour, spent the afternoon with them.
That's awesome.
Brought them on the court, coffee merch, jersey stuff, shot around on the... Just awesome. Jimmy Butler's the man. Like, look up that story on Twitter.
I figured you had a little bit more insight.
Yeah, I was really...
Cause you had more opportunity to research.
Well, I'm pretty busy, respectfully. But today, not so much.
Today you had a bit of extra time.
I was trying to watch Batman 1989 before recording.
So what happens is I make a lot of like really excellent notes. Then Isaac takes my page and just graffitis it, horrifies it, like X things out and I can't really see.
Well, what I do is, do you know how on those... So I'm moving the page in front of the mic, respectfully.
Okay.
Do you know how those government documents...
Redacted is what it's called.
When you put the black lines through stuff and you can't read it? That's what I do on his page. Because he writes down stuff about, like, the Australian Open. That was one of the things I crossed off. Don't talk about it. No, I'm just saying that's what it was.
I will admit that very few of our fans care about tennis.
Yeah, and he'll write, like, pitchers and catchers report February 13th. For so many reasons. That's in 2.5 weeks. Why are we talking about that? And even when they do report, nobody cares except the pitchers and the catchers. So that's why I redact some of your stupid...
Some redacted statements.
So that's why his page just has black lines through it. Because I do that when he takes forever to get ready. Okay, do you have anything else, respectfully?
At this point, no. Although I'm likely to change my mind.
Okay. I have some... my opening off the top was just thank you to the fans. Didn't want to wait this long to say it. But say thanks to all the listeners and watchers.
Hey, listeners and watchers. Thanks for supporting us. We appreciate it.
Great work to all the fans that are watching. All 4 of you. Do we talk about the Shannon Sharp thing?
I guess we should talk about it. I didn't pay that much attention. It seemed like Shannon Sharp just was chirping on the side of a game against Memphis. Steven Adams. They tried to move him. Okay. And he decided, I'm not going to move.
Well, it was Dylan Brooks. Who's a moron?
Yeah.
I'm
Canadian moron?
Yeah. I've hated Dylan Brooks since college. He was one of the guys I just hated at Oregon. He's just floppy. He's a punk. And I'm not a big Shannon Sharp guy either. But like Shannon Sharp just to scream at guys and then threaten a fight and then to just stay in the arena and LeBron to just back him. And we saw like 2 weeks ago LeBron just like kicks fans out like whenever he wants. It's just the Lakers are stupid. We don't want to talk about them anymore. Last one. This is good. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. So it's got 95 on Rotten Tomatoes. A few of my buddies, some murmurs about us potentially seeing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you 7?
I think we said it was for 8-year-olds is the number that we decided on.
Okay.
And one of my buddies had us all over last night. We watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. It's an excellent film. It's awesome. I'm serious. I'm actually serious.
Come on.
It has a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Omar, no. Tell me it ain't true.
No. So we all loved it. We're like, this is really good. Like in the middle of the movie, like, this is great. So just had to put that out there. Great job.
So maybe earlier today, the discussion was whether I hit my head. That was up for a little bit of debate. There's absolutely no debate that you and your buddies hit your head.
And at the end, spoiler alert to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, they set up him going back to see Shrek. Like, that got me fired up. Like, if we run it back to Shrek...
Okay, you know what? If you run it back to Shrek, then I'll have some interest.
That's like LeBron going back to Cleveland winning chip.
Antonio Banderas? Who's
the
actor?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. If you have 8-year-olds, it's a good movie for them. Or 19-year-olds who sometimes are a little slow, also works.
Okay. There you go. Fit into that category.
That's me. Okay. Divisional round, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
No particular order. I've got Jacksonville and KC first. Patrick Mahomes with a gutsy win. It was like set up really well for an interesting story. And the thing is, we saw Mahomes like come right back. So we're like, you know what? He's going to play. He's just going to tough it out. And then Henny leads them on this long drive. And I think people are forgetting how crucial a role Henny played in that game.
In what game? This game?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think people remember the 98-yard drive.
Yeah,
okay.
it was big. I don't. The math doesn't work because I thought Trevor Lawrence was undefeated on Saturday nights.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Is he lost now?
It doesn't count. It's like Gremlins. Like you can't feed them after midnight. Like it's always midnight somewhere. It doesn't matter. I just wrote down. It was a really fun game.
It was an entertaining game.
I like Jacksonville.
I think Jacksonville's going to be a very entertaining team in the next couple years. They got lots of guys.
And when they get high-stakes gambler Calvin Ridley back next year, right? Like, as long as he doesn't cook up any more same-game parlays, as long as he stays away, they're going to be great. Like, I look forward to watching Jacksonville.
He sprains his thumb in warm-ups, and then he takes the under on how many catches he gets.
His bet account was not Calvin Ridley for the Falcons was his username. It's a great game. The Mahomes storyline, we'll talk about a little later, right?
Yep.
Kelsey went off, kind of like I thought. Didn't think he'd have did he have 14 catches or something?
14 catches, like he had the 14th catch at like the beginning of the fourth quarter. He could have got more. Like I thought he was going to end up with like 17 or 18.
Well, the run game looked great, right? And we'll talk about that a little later. But like, I really do like Pacheco. Man, he just runs hard. I love it.
That's really hard.
Okay, Giants Eagles. Go ahead.
Kind of a boring, ugly game, which Philly is completely comfortable with that type of game, especially because they're still kind of getting their mojo back. But it shows that the Giants are just not ready for prime time. They're missing too many guys. Hurts looked pretty good. I don't know what's going to happen next week. They've obviously got weapons, Philly. It's going to be a really, really interesting game. We'll talk about that in a minute. No spoilers yet. But the Giants didn't belong. Problem is Minnesota didn't belong. You know who belonged right there? The Lions. I'd have loved to see the Lions lose by 20 to Philly. I would have loved it.
Okay. All right. I can rock with that.
Yeah.
That's a good take.
Yeah.
The Giants didn't play particularly bad. They just didn't have the guns to shoot with Philly. I thought that was pretty clear right away. It was like, oh, it's just going to be like this. And that's how it kind of played out. When you have Jared Davis run around in the playoffs, with all due respect to him, it's just like, you're not going to win games like that, right?
I didn't really look for anything on that, but like there must have been, like New York has about 75 newspapers and like updated blogs that must have talked about it and talked trash. Did you look that up?
No, I didn't. I'm not too well versed in the Giants blog territory. The Giants have a good team. They need to upgrade. Their wide receiving core is awful. Their O-line needs work. Their linebackers definitely need work. But they got a lot of pieces. They got one of the best, maybe the best running back in football. He's probably not. He's probably second.
He's right up
right
there.
now. I think it's McCaffrey and then Saquon right now. Recency bias. There's the two guys I watched last. But I think
Pacheco.
I like Pacheco creeping into top five. Yeah. I do like Philly. We'll talk about them later. They're also a fun story. I like Hurts a lot. Bengals, Bills. Shocker.
So tons of hype leading up to this game. Like everybody was excited. The Buffalo D, listen, they've been dinged up a little bit and it caught up to them. That can be explained. But can you please explain to me what happened to their offense?
There's a lot of things that went wrong.
A lot.
I'm just going to say right off the bat, Von Miller, his absence was felt.
Yes.
We kind of criticized, like, you signed a 30-something-year-old to a 6-year deal. He was great.
They signed him for the next couple of years.
It's more than a couple years.
No, it's a longer-term contract, but like their peak is right now.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, good take. I expected the Bengals to cover. I told you the Bengals were going to cover.
Yep. I
thought maybe they win, but I still picked the Bills. I thought, I was shocked that the Bengals won in the manner in which they did. If they won by 3, I'd buy it. They blew them out from the jump. I think the Bills had back-to-back 3-and-outs to start the game. And the Bengals offense on the first drive of the game looked unstoppable.
Just
it was just
in the neck.
10 yards every play, mixing. We're talking about mixing here.
They held them to like 7 yards, and the announcers were like, oh, that's the shortest gain of the last 3 drives.
We had a good conversation here about Burrow and Allen and who do we want. I said I want Allen. I still want Allen. I still want Josh Allen over Joe Burrow, and I like Joe Burrow a lot.
Singular, not Burrow's. Burrow.
Just one of Burrow.
Yep.
Are you rocking with me on that?
I don't know. I love Allen and I love Burrow. I did like Allen more, but just in the research for last week's episode and the number of turnovers, I think I got to give the check mark to Mahomes is 1, Burrow's 2 if I'm setting quarterbacks.
And then Allen or Herbo 3.
Correct.
No, I'm saying Herbo or Allen.
That's a great question. I think I got to go with Allen just because he has proven it. I think Herbo has tons of talent, but he's got to prove it.
Okay, don't disrespect my guy Herbo.
I know.
Okay.
But he also, has a couple too many turnovers.
Okay.
Now, partially because he has to force things into win because his wide receivers are always injured. His offensive line is poor.
Who are we talking about here? Herbert?
Herbert.
It's not a Herbert discussion. Josh Allen. I still want Allen over Burrow.
Yeah, you're the one who brought up his name.
Okay.
Just to be clear.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's all right.
Okay, here's the thing. Josh Allen. Now there's frauds, and then there's not frauds, and then there's fraud watch, and then in between fraud watch and not frauds, there's is he on fraud watch? There's it's is he on fraud watch? And then there's fraud watch.
Okay.
I think Josh Allen, he's not on fraud watch. Ooh. But he's at is he on fraud watch? It's a conversation that can be had.
Wow, that's big because you love him.
But look, he had some He did not play well at all.
No, he didn't.
And a lot of it's not his fault. I understand that. They have zero running game. Zero running game.
And if Davis is your second best option on offense, that's not a good option.
Right? Like Cole Beasley's running around. Why is Cole Beasley running around? And I like Dawson Knox, but you need to have some sort of running game. So I think Josh Allen, he's not a fraud. He's not even on fraud watch. But we have to have a conversation. Is he on fraud watch? I'm just leaving it at that. We'll talk about that next year. I just had to put that out there because this is 3 years in a row. One of them wasn't his fault, right? Like the 13-second thing, whatever, right? He played great. But this I don't want to totally blame him, but I don't know. I didn't love it.
Nope. Do we need to talk about Stephon Diva Diggs or no?
I like Diggs.
I like Diggs too, but he was kind of a baby.
Okay, but did you see his tweet? It was like, you guys
I want to win.
And I can rock with it.
And every wide receiver goes to the sideline and said, I'm open. You know, the cameras just love catching that stuff, especially because they lost.
Okay, but everyone was acting like Diggs like threw a fit on the sideline.
No, it was just...
He just threw he had his arms up and he was like visibly upset for about 10 seconds. We saw Odell get in a fight with the kicking net, right? Like we saw far worse. we saw Antonio Brown strip his clothes and run off the field a couple years ago. Last season maybe. Yeah. So let's cool it on the Diggs talk. Eli Apple, I don't even know if you're educated on what he's doing.
I haven't really paid much attention.
He just like is tweeting some really out of pocket things about the Bills.
Good stuff?
No, out of pocket's bad.
Okay.
Like it's like disrespectful is kind of what out of pocket is. Just very disrespectful things by Eli Apple about the Bills, and I'll leave it there.
Who does he play?
He's a Cincy cornerback who like got beat like a drum in the Super Bowl. He's been okay this year.
Didn't Cooper Kupp like chew him up and spit him out?
Yeah. Cooper Kupp destroyed him. Okay, Cowboys, Niners. I'll let you run for a minute.
So a good old-fashioned bash each other up game. Both Dak and Purdy looked kind of shaky. I know you love Purdy, but he was a little shaky. Shanahan's a really good coach.
Go ahead.
Like we watched it. We analyzed it a lot. He played good enough to win. He just made smart decisions. Dak could not make the plays down the stretch. Kittle was big. So is the 49ers offensive line. So is their defense. I don't know what's going to happen in Dallas because I feel like their offensive line is really aging. What's his name? Ezekiel Elliott isn't really that good. Pollard like broke.
Okay. Yeah, keep going.
So I don't know what's going to happen in Dallas. I get a feeling that next year is their last year of the window being open, and then they're going to have to blow it up.
Okay. So I'll first address what you said about me and my friend Brock Purdy.
Yeah, Brock.
Okay. I liked Brock Purdy before it was cool to like Brock Purdy.
Okay.
Now I don't love him as much because he's a big thing now. It was kind of like my Tyler Hero love. I loved that guy in high school. Yeah. I loved him when he got drafted to Miami and was a rookie, dropping 37 in the conference finals against Boston. I love that. But now Tyler Hero's making a max contract and everyone knows him and it's not as fun. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I am with Brock Purdy. The Niners are way better than Dallas. It's just straight up.
Than Dallas, yes.
Straight up. Purdy was very conservative and he played fine. Dak had a terrible game. Dak threw 2 picks. Totally could have threw 5. Seriously. I watched tape. Totally could have threw 5. We'll roll this out there. Cheap quarterback and expensive weapons, right?
Yeah, that's an interesting... I've got that listed in my...
You talking about that later?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave that for you later.
Okay.
I just want to thank Coach McCarthy for giving us that final play. I really appreciate it.
Okay, in the draft, sorry, in the playroom when they're planning it out the week before, they're like, okay, let's make a play where Zeke gets destroyed, and then we throw it to Turpin, and then he gets destroyed. Does that sound good?
So I watched that play over because there was a stretch during one of my classes where I was just kind of going through stuff, and that play was like on a loop, and I just let it go for a few minutes, so I had some time to break it down. It was awesome. There's so many funny things. So Turpin catches it, and there's no one behind him. So even if it was a hook and ladder, there seems to be nobody there. There's no blockers in front of him.
Dallas had a terrible play to end the season last year as well, but I don't remember what that was.
Well, that was Dak not knowing the time, right? And they were down 6.
Oh, we ran a quarterback.
And he ran a QB draw and got like 20 yards, but slid and didn't have enough time to clock it. And the ref was like running all over the place and like falling. And
oh, that's right.
And that's how they didn't have a timeout, right? So I just want to thank Coach McCarthy for that. Because when we were watching it, I'm like, there's zero way. I'm not a math guy, but I'm like, the numbers don't work here. And it didn't work. It was so funny.
It was funny.
Very reminiscent of the fake punt the Colts did on primetime a bunch of years ago. I don't know if you remember that. where they like put the guy behind center and like the Patriots. I think it was against New England, and they just were like, okay, wait, there's one blocker and there's two of us, so why don't we both go? And the numbers worked like that, right? Dalton Schultz, Eli Mitchell had a nice back and forth of who wants to blow the game more. Dalton Schultz just forgot to get 2 feet in, didn't really want to go forwards. Eli Mitchell just wanted to coast out of bounds. Those two that's terrible. Should we shout out Brett Maher?
I would shout out for making a field goal.
Yeah, but then he was going to miss one by about 50 yards, and it got blocked. Here's a good stat here. This is my last one on Dallas. It's just really easy to make fun of them with all the respect to Dallas. Actually, probably no due respect.
No respect to Dallas.
13 straight Cowboy playoff appearances. They lost before the conference championship game, either wildcard or divisional. So 13.
Oh, that's an interesting stat.
Look, the Lions don't go to the playoff slot, but I am confident that, in the next bunch of times they make the play, let's say from here on out, the next 13 times they enter the playoffs, we're getting a conference championship game. We're going to get one. I am
confident that in my life we will see the Lions win at least 2 playoff games.
Like Vegas has the line at 1.5 in your life. So
in my life?
Yeah, I'll take the over.
Just so I know, how long does Vegas have me living?
No, they don't say that. They just have the line. It's subject. It's a subject.
I'm not
to
a high draft pick in Deadpools.
No, you're not in Deadpools. Okay, respectfully. I got nothing else on divisional round.
I got nothing else either.
Okay, go ahead.
So Cincy KC, it started as a 1-point spread. It's kind of gone bounce back and forth a little bit. What's it at now? Do you know?
I will check. Keep going.
Okay. So how injured is Mahomes? Right. That's the big question, and obviously everybody's going to talk about it. I'm sure he's going to go into the hyperbaric chamber and get the ankle worked on. The thing about Mahomes is he's a magician. He can make jump throws off his opposite foot. I'm sure they're going to design some really cool things this week. So KC's going to score some points. I'm not concerned about that. They have enough weapons, wide receiver screens. Obviously, Kelsey's going to get lots. But Cincinnati looks strong. Running the ball, throwing the ball. KC special teams is not very good.
We've been saying that forever.
Yep.
And now it's like actually like kind of glaring.
Yeah. Do you want to say the score prediction now, or do you want to chat a little bit about the game and then do score predictions after?
The Bengals are going to win.
I've got the Bengals winning as well.
Okay, so they're a -1 point favorite right now. I think it opened at Chiefs 2.5, and it's now swung to Bengals -1.
Wow.
It comes down to Mahomes, obviously. He's an excellent playoff runner. People kind of forget that. Like, he can go and get you 60 yards on the ground in a playoff game. He's a very smart scrambler. He's very good with his body. He's excellent down the sidelines, knowing where he is, where the ball is. Probably teach Eli Mitchell a few things about that.
Probably.
If he's on one leg, he can't do any of that. No. We saw him, and it was very entertaining from oh my gosh, look at this. But it was like, he can't be out there. He can't hand the ball off.
Well, like running plays, right? When you have to take 3 quick steps, he couldn't do it. He'd do like 1 step and then a hop and then lean.
So expect a lot more runs out of the shotgun.
Yes.
Inside zone, they're going to run a lot of that. Trap plays.
End arounds where he just tosses it behind him, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the Cincinnati O-line here, very banged up. We talked about it. But you know what? Their O-line was awful last year, and they went to KC, and they won. Yeah. So
they've got 3 injured guys. I think one of them is going to come back.
Jonah Williams might come back. The left tackle, he might come back.
I think they're going to pound him, and I think it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be close. I've got 27-24 Cincy.
Okay, I have 30-27 Bengals. I also wrote down Mixon and P. Ryan. If the Bengals can dominate the offensive line of scrimmage and run the ball and keep the Chiefs' offense on the bench,
that's a W.
Right? If you can, I think Chris Jones is going to want to feast, right, against his. He's been awesome. He's older, but he's still awesome. Last stat here. Past 5 years, NFL quarterbacks have combined to throw 37 touchdown passes from outside the pocket in the playoffs.
Okay.
How many are Mahomes? There's 37, 5 years.
19.
No, 15.
Okay.
So 15 of the 37.
That's still big.
To put it in perspective, the next quarterback has 5.
Okay.
So Mahomes isn't going to be able to get out of the pocket and extend these plays. It's going to come down to that. How is his bionic leg? I like the Bengals here. Real quick, Joe Burrow. Is he the coolest quarterback in the NFL?
He's pretty cool.
I have a top 4 that I drew up real quickly. Top 4 coolest quarterbacks.
Coolest quarterbacks. Well, I can tell you who's last.
That's not who?
Deshaun Watson.
Okay, we don't rock with him.
No, we don't rock with him.
Joe Burrow, number 1.
Joe Burrow is super cool. I think Tom Brady's still kind of cool.
Dude, no, he's not. No,
he was married to Giselle for a long time.
First of all, he's not right now. With all the respect.
He was.
Okay, number 2 is Lamar Jackson. Lamar is sick. He
Okay.
is so cool. That guy is just...
I didn't do a lot of research here. I'm going to have a little trouble with this
Well,
one.
it's not research. You don't understand the coolness in this century. Number 3, Justin Herbert is probably a little high for him as a 4.0 biology student, as he was. He's actually sweet. And the number 4, Jalen Hurts. He's also sweet. That's the coolest quarterbacks in the NFL. Not thug Kirk Cousins. He doesn't count. Okay, Okay, that's it for Bengals Chiefs. We both like the Bengals here, which is lame, but it's facts.
It's okay.
Okay, Niners Eagles.
So, 2.5 point spread is what I have. Basically, it's a home field spread. San Francisco has more talent top to bottom. Hurts has a big advantage over Purdy. A couple other stats here. McCaffrey and Debo had very little impact in the last game. If they have impact this game, San Fran wins.
See, McCaffrey had very little impact?
He didn't. Well, he had a calf injury, right? Like, how's his calf? Hopefully it's going to be okay. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about the model that San Francisco has gone with. What's the... Lynch is the general manager, John Lynch.
Really, really slow today.
So, cheap on quarterback, obviously.
Nice.
But spends lots of money on weapons and lots of money on running backs, which is really not a popular kind of trend the last few years. There's a handful of teams that spend a lot of money on running backs because they've drafted them high. They fell into them. Dalvin Cook, Shaquan Barkley.
Saquon, dude.
Saquon
Golly.
Barkley.
Okay, I'm going to take over. You're struggling here. Wow.
No, but the model is cheap quarterback, spend lots of money on your defensive line and your offensive weapons. That's a good model.
Okay, so they haven't spent money on running backs past 5 years. They have a leading rusher, a new leading rusher every single year. Jeff Wilson, Eli Mitchell, whoever. This is the only year. Raheem Mostert. Golly, man. This is the only year that they have a legit RB1 in McCaffrey.
Yep.
And he's not even RB1. He's just a player 1 because he's a wide receiver 2.
He's everything.
Yeah, so I like...
block.
Yeah, he can block. He's strong. Very strong, Christian McCaffrey. The Purdy thing here is like, do I trust Purdy to go on the road to Philly and beat the 1 seed? No. Sorry. And I like Purdy a lot. I bought into it.
Do you have it close?
Very close. 23-20, 2017 Eagles in that range. 3-point game.
Actually, I have a 31-27 Philly. I think they're going to score some points.
31-27 Philly?
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
I do think Purdy's going to get some points because he does have weapons. I think the game's going to open up a little bit. But honestly, Philly's going to jump ahead by a little bit. Purdy's going to make it a little interesting at the end.
I like Philly to win. You can't sell me on this undrafted guy making the Super Bowl.
There's only been a handful of times where rookie quarterbacks have been in this situation.
Okay, well, I think I read this. So Mark Sanchez
might have been one of them.
Ben Roethlisberger?
Roethlisberger's the one that I remembered who was actually, they were dependent on Ben Roethlisberger. The other guys, they were not dependent on him. Maybe Lamar Jackson? No, not Lamar Jackson.
I don't think Lamar, no. Well, Joe Flacco? Was Joe Flacco a rookie getting run? This is before my time.
I don't think so.
The Eagles have the third most sacks in NFL history for a single season at 75.
Ooh, that's bad.
6 away from what's considered the greatest defense of all time.
I would say the Bears, probably.
1985 Bears have the second most sacks of all time. Whenever you're in that conversation, it's like, oh, wow, maybe you have a good defense. Philly's going to put pressure on Purdy. Purdy's not good.
The New York Sack Machines, the New York Jets with like Mark Gastineau and Joe Klecko, those guys were awesome.
Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah.
Purdy under pressure has not been great. So you can't blitz him because I don't want to have Debo and Kittle running around free, and I really like Ayuk. Create pressure with 4. If they can get pressure to Purdy with 4 guys.
Who's San Francisco's left tackle? That's the bomb.
Trent Williams.
Yeah,
I'm not picking on Trent Williams. I'm probably going to the other guys on the O-line. Trent Williams is just going to flat somebody.
He's awesome.
Yeah, nothing else. I like Philly here to win, so I have a Philly-Cincy Super Bowl, which is awesome.
So do I.
But all these Super Bowls.
I'm comfortable with all these matchups.
Yeah, like as long as Dallas is out, I like all 4 of these teams. So all good. Good job, NFL.
I hope that like the injuries that are relevant don't impact the game too much. I'd like Mahomes to be pretty decent. Obviously, McCaffrey to be good because you don't want to lose because of that stuff.
I saw a little video of Mahomes run around a little bit at practice. Don't do that on the mic. And he looked okay.
Really?
Yeah, but it's also like speculating and what he knows the cameras are on, right? So
okay.
That aside, I like Philly, Cincinnati, Super Bowl in 2 weeks. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Good. Okay, so one of the things we need to talk about is chocolate bars. Chocolate bars are super duper important.
Tell the people, not me, right?
Tell the people.
Oh my
so,
God.
like back in the day, like all these like super granola bar, energy bar, all those things, they didn't really exist. You'd go to the store and you get a chocolate bar. That was it. Sometimes a big gulp if you really wanted to go to town. So, Youngblood and I have been doing a little bit of research. We've been talking about it for a little while. We're going to do a chocolate bar draft. A couple things we need to disqualify. Right? Are we frozen? Or are we still good?
I don't know. Keep going though.
Okay. Like M&Ms, there's lots of controversy on the internet about M&Ms. I really don't care about that. I think it has to do with Republicans and wokeness. They don't count as part of the draft. That's true. Did you read about that or hear about that?
A little bit, but I don't know if that's
I don't
podcast
really care.
material.
Like Cadbury eggs, Reese's Pieces, they don't count.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Reese's Pieces, dude.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, that counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smarties aren't eligible. M&Ms aren't
Smarties
eligible.
are not eligible.
Smarties aren't eligible. M&Ms aren't. Reese's Pieces aren't eligible. But it's chocolate bars, right?
Chocolate bars.
Okay, so are we ready to do the draft?
We need the draft. We're going to do 7 each.
Wow. I can do a lot. You tell me, because I prepped.
I guess we'll go 10 each.
Okay, we'll do 10.
That'll be a little bit of a stretch.
Okay, you got to plug away then.
Okay, I got to plug away.
Okay, so rock paper scissors you first.
Yep.
Snake.
Yep. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
You don't have to do it so loud, right?
Okay.
The mic.
In the mic. Sorry about that.
Man.
By the way, I won. This is huge, right? The chocolate bar draft anticipated by a lot of people. So I have to go with the veteran. It's been around since 1930. Loved all over the place. I got to go with Snickers.
Reach. Sure, take Snickers.
No,
Take
Snickers is solid. Snickers is solid. I was thinking about taking your guy.
Just wait. I'm going to go. Snickers is an unbelievable reach. Fine pick. I'm not a Snickers guy. I would have only picked Snickers as a trade piece.
The fans like Snickers. Okay. Really, the fans are going to agree with me on this one.
Okay. Reese's Cups. Reese's
Cups, eh?
Reese's Cup. Yes, Reese's Cups, dude.
Okay.
They're draft eligible and they're so cracked.
They're really good.
Okay, so I have Reese's Cups is my first pick and I'm very happy with it.
Okay. So I'm actually going to steal your pick right now.
It's not what you think, but go ahead.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a whatchamacallit.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was real popular. You don't see them so much in Canada. Delicious combination of chocolate and caramel and nougat. It's delicious. Whatchamacallit is who I got as my second pick.
You should not have let Twix fall here. Twix being the fourth pick off the board is unbelievable.
See, the thing is, with your Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and your, what did you just pick? Twix?
Yes, Twix.
Those are two tiny guys. They're going to get picked on defense.
No, they're not.
They absolutely are. There's just not a lot of grams there.
Okay.
Like when you're weighing out what chocolate bar you're going to buy, you got to look at the grams.
Okay, you just picked two power forwards on your team. Who's
I picked
bringing
a power
the ball up?
forward and a center.
Okay.
I had Reese's Peanut Butter Cup real high.
Well, I just picked them and you just hate on the pick, so
Yeah.
you're contradicting yourself.
He's just little.
Okay.
And actually, whatchamacallit's probably a small forward.
Whatchamacallit's a 4. Okay.
Yep.
Is it my pick?
What did you pick so far?
No, I picked Twix and Reese's Cups.
Okay.
You picked like Snickers.
So now actually, I got a
you need
got a good
a
pick.
Brock Purdy here. Godly.
I got my Twix.
I just picked Twix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I asked you what you picked.
And this is unbelievable. Like, wow,
So
we're
you
never
stole-
recording again.
So you stole my pick. Okay, so then I got another one that was really
I also
neck and
picked
neck
peanut
with
butter
Twix.
cups. You can't get cups.
So I can't pick peanut butter cups?
I just picked them.
I know, just kidding there.
Oh my god.
I got Kit Kat.
Okay, that's a fine pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick. And a little smaller, right? Quicker.
Okay. Toblerone.
Ooh, another one of my high. I was in my big list.
Toblerone, you're going to have to spend the max contract on Toblerone. That's maybe a super max contract.
He's French. He's kind of like that guy from.
We don't say his name.
Yeah, we don't say his name yet.
Toblerone is just.
Toblerone was
That's
high on the
Kareem. That's
boards.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's a 7'2" center with a sky hook right there. Is Toblerone.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Has made themselves very popular with Halloween small bars. 100 grand. 100 grand is a real good pick. All around good player. Get you some boards. Get you some dimes. Good score.
Okay, you're saying nonsense. It's fine.
No, I got good stuff.
Okay. Kinder chocolate bar. So OP, totally draft eligible. Not
Kinder
the
chocolate bar you're going to have to store in Europe for like 3 years. It's
That's
gonna have
fine.
no impact on your team.
The Bueno bars are awesome. So Kinder chocolate bar, I think, is a fantastic pick.
Sure, Kinder chocolate, see it in the EuroLeague in 4 years.
Okay, well, I already have a 1, 2, and 3 option that are going to run the franchise, so fine. Go ahead. What do you have?
Okay. Now we're going to go some more traditional ones. Lean Mean. This is kind of like a Kevin Durant kind of Slim Reaper guy. The Hershey's Cookies and Cream.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Is milk chocolate still eligible? It should be.
Probably is. Just the traditional, yeah.
Okay, that's actually next. That's a very good pick. That's like your only good pick of the draft. I'm
Hershey's
serious.
Cookies and Cream?
That might have been your actually
That's a good
plus.
pick.
Like, do you know how that Mel Kiper says like it's a good pick, a bad pick? This is your only good pick.
Okay, fair enough.
This far down the line.
Now you got to look in, like,
No, I got to go Coffee
you got to
Crisp.
look in Slovenia. Coffee Crisp.
Now,
Actually,
Coffee Crisp at this time is a totally fine pick.
I had Coffee Crisp in my overrated category.
Okay, overrated, but as your fifth option, it's a fine pick. Are we still doing 10? You're struggling here.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I got lots of stuff here.
Okay.
Okay, lots of good options. Now that I have my starting 5, I can afford to take a risk on a bit of a flyer. He's going to actually probably stay overseas for about a year. Score. Right? Excellent with a chocolate bar, but also mixes well with other things like brownies and stuff like that. Score brownies.
Sure.
That's a good pick.
Okay, I'm going to take this one and probably just use it as a trade piece because you don't think I'm going to pick it, and I'm going to pick it, and then I'm just going to get 3 future first-round picks off you. Take 5.
Oh, take 5 solid.
I'm not.
Yeah, that's good.
I haven't
pick.
watched a ton of tape on Take 5,
Yeah.
but it's very high on mock drafts, and I know you're going to overpay for it in the draft. So Take 5 is 6-man.
Okay. All right, that's a good pick. I'm going to go with another traditional pick here. Solid veteran presence. He's going to score. He's going to rebound. Caramilk.
No,
Yeah, very, very good.
that was low on my.
Not
draft
going to be a
board.
superstar, but he's going to pay some dividends.
That's probably an undrafted free agent. I
Nope.
wouldn't have picked that earlier.
Nope. Caramilk is good.
Okay, now at this point, okay, this is good. This is a good pick. Cadbury Dairy Milk. Now these are those awesome purple, like they have the purple
Oh,
packaging.
yeah, I looked at those. I just didn't think they were draft worthy. I thought they were all free agents. They've got like different percentages attached to them.
Yeah, I just the normal Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate bar. It's really, really good. Like it's great chocolate.
Yeah.
It might be a locker room issue. I'm not totally sure, but that's gonna be my 7th pick. That's my 7th. So I got 3, 8, 9, 10, 3 more. So now you go.
Okay, I get another one real good with commercials. It's been around for a long time. Nestle Crunch.
Oh, Crunch is okay. Crunch is a good pick.
Nestle Crunch is a good pick.
Coach Rob said that was a good
I
pick.
don't think he gets nearly enough attention, right? Just like not flashy.
Harrison Barnes.
Harrison Barnes, yep, fills up the stat sheet.
Okay, now at this point, you have to take it. It's not a great number 1 option, but at this point, it's good. Arrow doesn't always fill you up. I'm going to specifically go with the mint variant of Arrow.
There are too many holes in Arrow's game.
Okay, that's not funny.
That's kind of funny.
That's so funny. I forgot to laugh. So funny. I laughed so hard I fell off my dinosaur. Arrow. I'm picking 8 here. I like because you can say like, oh, it doesn't fill you up, and I get that. But as the 8th draft pick, I think Arrow fits here well.
So I need a defensive stopper here. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with Almond Joy. Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't.
Okay, that's a bad pick. What is Almond Joy again? What one is that?
It's a blue and white wrapper. It's got like a nut that props up and is elevated. So it's got a bit of a funny shaped head, but it tastes good.
Almond Joy went to South Dakota State and didn't play against real competition for 4 years of college, and you just picked them.
But you know what? They can score.
Okay. Now I'm looking here. This is tough. Okay, I'm going to go with an obscure pick here.
Okay.
And it's the team chemistry here is unbelievable. Like they're going to go so well. This is like Tony Parker and Tim Duncan. Reese's Sticks. Now this is a deep dive, and I advise everyone to
Played Division III basketball.
Now Reese's Sticks, they're a thing. It's essentially the chocolate bar form of Reese's Pieces and Reese's Cups.
It's going to make a couple of highlight plays, but it's going to be exposed. This is Amani Bates.
Okay, but I'm picking. They're barely getting run here. Like this is a developmental pick. Reese's Sticks. Everyone look it up if you don't believe me. This is a great pick. Respectfully to all the other picks.
Okay, so I've got a couple more overrated category. I'm going to leave those alone just because They're still on the board. I think I can pick them up as an undrafted free agent.
You don't know. You get no undrafted free agents. You get 10 chocolate bars. That's enough. No undrafted
But
free
you know what?
agents.
If one of those chocolate bars melts because of the heat, you got to pick somebody up, right? You got 10 guys.
Not yet, though. You have to.
Can I put them on 10-day contracts?
No, you have to take them off your 53-man roster, like in the NFL. Like
So it's like practice squad.
Yeah, but you don't get to release your public squad to the public. That's
Really?
private. Yeah,
That's
it's private.
controversial.
Nope, it's the rules.
Okay, there's still 3 good ones here. Before I go to the overrated category, I think I got to go with the German standout Wunderbar.
Okay.
Not terribly well known, but man, he can light it up. He's got that 1-foot fadeaway jumper. Unstoppable. He's going to be a great scorer off the bench. Wunderbar.
Okay, I'll say some names here. Butterfinger. I'm not a Butterfinger guy. That would be a trade piece.
I had him down.
O. Henry. That would be a trade piece. Mars. I'm not a big Mars guy.
Mars, so overrated.
Okay, yeah, we get it there.
And Three Musketeers overrated too. Like they just puff it all up. There's not a lot of substance to it.
Well, it's like the goofy, like nougat stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good.
That's not for me. I'm gonna go with Rolo here. That's gonna match your caramel, I think, right? Because Rolo's the caramel one.
You can roll a Rolo to your pal. It's chocolate covered caramel. That one.
Yeah, Rolo.
But it's pieces. You know what? You're gonna have a spectacular team surgeon to tie this all together.
We have the best team doctor in the nation. Okay, Rolo is my last pick here. So are we done with it? No, do you have any more? Okay, what's your overrated thing that you really want to do here?
No, the Mars and Three Musketeers are both overrated.
Okay, is Coffee Crisp overrated in the 5th round?
I think so. It's just not very good. Like here's the
round.
problem. Coffee Crisp, first few years in the league was good. They made some changes to the recipe, and that has really hurt things. I think
Okay, I understand
Coffee
that.
Crisp went to some like Russian off-season training program, and it really hurt substance.
Okay, well that would probably make them better. Like the
No, they think that
you ever see
steroids,
Rocky
they get a little
IV?
bigger, they get a little stronger. Yeah, but you know what? Drago fell apart.
Yeah, but this is Rocky, not Drago. Okay, really. Do you have your names written down? We'll run through them.
I do.
And then I'm gonna go watch the Nets Sixers game.
That would be good.
That would be good.
Okay, I got Snickers. I got something here that I just can't read that. Oh, whatchamacallit? Kit Kat, $100,000. I got the Hershey's Cookies and Cream, Score, Caramel, Wonder Bar, Almond Joy, Nestle Crunch. This is such a good lineup. Like, you might be able to play some defense, but you're not going to be able to score with these guys.
Okay, so to anybody who didn't understand what happened for a little bit there was a stretch where Tao was trying to decipher what he had written about 5 minutes ago and really struggled with it and had to say out loud, what did I say? What did I write
It looked
there?
like I wrote W-L-I-T-E. Wilt.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Whatchamacallit is the second reincarnation
Okay, Will Chamberlain's a locker room.
of Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay, he's going to tear up your locker room. That's going to be awful. Okay, here's my...
He's going to score 100 points.
Okay, yep, against plumbers. Okay, here's my team.
It's a good thing.
Thank you. 1, Reese's Cups. 1 was Reese's Cups. Twix, Toblerone, Kinder Chocolate Bar, the Bueno one, Coffee Crisp, Take 5, Cadbury Dairy Milk, the good one in the purple wrapper.
85%?
I don't know.
Okay.
Arrow, Mint.
Too many holes.
Mint Arrow. But Mint Arrow's good. Mint Arrow's a good change of pace guy. Bones Highland. 9, Reese's Sticks. Obscure. Look it up. It's awesome, I think. I haven't had it. 10, Rolo. Now, I don't love my 10 pick there, I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever had a Rolo in my life. So, I haven't watched a lot of tape on Rolo.
He's going to fall apart in the first practice.
Well, I'll pick up like Milky Way. He's a good locker room guy.
Butterfinger is another one that I wanted to pick. It's pretty good, actually.
Okay, so then I'm going to sign Butterfinger and then fleece him to you and just flip him. Like Bojan Bogdanovic.
So, listen, I got to give you credit. In 3 or 4 years, you're going to have a pretty solid squad, but you just have way too much developmental.
Okay, well, I'm the Oklahoma
picks on
City
your
Thunder,
roster.
so it's all good. I got Sam Presti here. I'm Sam Presti. I got Shea Gilgeous. Like, Lou Dort, we overpaid a little bit.
I'm Milwaukee.
You're really injured, and I'm kind of nervous for you this year?
No!
Okay,
Like,
that's
I've had a
different
couple
topic.
bites taken out of it, but I'm good.
It's
Okay,
different.
we're going to put this online and get some comments. And then also we're looking for feedback as to what other drafts we want to do. Chocolate bar draft is a good one.
Well, you're just gonna email me in a few days, like, hey, dude, we should do, and then it's gonna be some obscure draft.
Sandwiches, cereal.
You already tried this. I think we already did cereal.
Yeah, but so long ago.
Sandwich
we have so many
was
new
stupid.
fans.
Sandwich was so dumb.
No, people like the sandwich.
Okay, well, we didn't even do that.
We didn't do the sandwich?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we did.
No, we might have.
Yeah, because the grilled chicken and the good cheese.
Yeah, okay. So we don't have to talk about sandwich draft. Okay.
Giglio sandwich.
Yeah, I understand. I know. I go to the university. I try to. Okay, I'm going to go watch basketball.
Okay, go watch basketball.
Can you say bye to the people?
Okay, thanks, fans. I just got to do a shout out. Urban Paul's turning 50 next week.
Happy birthday, Urban.
So we got to make sure we record prior to him turning 50. Just in case we don't. There you go. Happy birthday, Urban Paul.
Okay, I don't see the correlation, but happy birthday, my guy, Urban. Okay, now sign off to the people.
Okay, fans, thanks for the support and the love. We appreciate every single one of you. Talk to you soon.
Good job.